Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested, Taurus, in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so right away here, I'm getting that your reputation is in the hot seat this month. I'm also seeing celebrations, which could be because you are celebrating possibly a birthday in the month of May. But for others of you, I do feel like you are hitting an achievement, some sort of milestone. There's forward momentum here. Even though you had the anchor card that came out, I feel like you are getting yourself out of a situation that felt like a block or you felt anchored. This is about stability, possibly travel. Some of you are planning a trip around your birthday or even in the near months, June, July, or August. This is about you lifting up that anchor. That's what I'm getting strongly here for you. Now, here's the celebratory energy that I was picking up on, which can be about winning money. It could be a payoff. Some of you, I'm sensing, may even be going to a casino for your birthday, or you may be getting together with people and you're talking risky business, but things that bring you excitement, things that challenge you in a positive way. This can be about professional work. And again, with your reputation being in the hot seat, because that's what I keep getting here for you, I feel like there is possibly fame. You have that in the corner there. There could be recognition this month. So again, your reputation is in the hot seat, and a lot of you are making some big improvements or changes when it does come to your professional life, your career, your finances, your money, and you're hitting a big milestone. So congratulations. This is present energy. I'm kind of going backwards here, which is fun. Typically, I go with the past to present to future, but Spirit was really talking about this anchor for you. So the future of what's going on here actually is something that you felt anchored in into the past, but you're now feeling stability or more of it, where before you may have felt a little bit stuck in that energy flow. You may have felt like there were blockages around communication, around saving, or just being able to move forward in a direction that inspired you, Taurus. Now you're moving on, and I'm liking this. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the Eight of Cups in your reading, maybe even the Six of Swords if you felt like you were going through a challenging situation. And I'm also seeing Four and Six of Wands as well. So in the past, you have the Book card. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, they're showing me a chicken dinner. So two things coming up here. It could be winner chicken dinner, or some of you are eating maybe chicken dinner as you're listening to this, or maybe you're cleaning up the dishes and you just made chicken. So please take that as it resonates. Now, again, you have the Book card showing up here in the recent past. This is about paperwork, contracts, learning as you go. For some of you, you may be writing your ideas, your thoughts, creating a memoir, or just journaling and doing some automatic writing as well. You may be taking a class, a course, an online workshop, or you may be creating those things as well. There could be something regarding law or legality showing up for you as well. You do have the law. I'm getting some of you may be studying law, but not to go back to school. I mean, you certainly could be, but I feel it's to educate you about a situation that either you or someone around you is in. So you could be watching even a YouTube video or just learning about the laws, the local laws where you're at. Maybe it's regarding, a rent situation, or it could be some guidelines around a business and some laws. I'm just getting that energy here for you, Taurus. Now, there could be learning as you go is very important for a lot of you entrepreneurs and business owners. It is very powerful to keep growing and knowing that you are on this path of enlightenment and path to success, but keeping that mind open is part of that experience. So a lot of you are studying new things, keeping up to date, getting a new certification. Even if you work in the corporate world, there's always change and there's always that ebb and flow. And so you may be keeping up to date with the trends of what's going on in your career, or looking or revisiting a new platform. I'm also getting that someone from the past, maybe a past boss or a past person that you've worked with, they may contact you as well and say, we have a job offer, or they want to know how you're doing in your, maybe your new career or your new profession, because they may want to see where you're at to maybe invite you back into that energy. Or maybe they're truly happy for your success, and you may receive a comment on maybe your social media from an old boss or old co-worker congratulating you for some sort of award or success. So let's dive into your reading here, Taurus, and take a look at the heart of the matter for the month of May 2023. What is the heart of the matter for May 2023, please? Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go over the cards that I was seeing intuitively in my third eye. And again, any card that talks about moving on, that 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords, possibly even Chariot, but then also successes. So 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands, even the 3 of Cups, celebrations, 3 of Pentacles. There's that teamwork energy. And 5 of Swords is about you overcoming this anchor, right? That's what we talked about here in the future. So whatever money blocks that you've had, whatever mental strife you were going back and forth with, I feel like you're hitting that award, and you're learning some very valuable lessons when it comes to saving, when it comes to your relationship with the energy of money as well. And that could be something that was mentally holding a lot of you Taurians back when it comes to creating your success, right? When it comes to you being in alignment with your soul's intentions, your soul's experience. So when the 5 of Swords shows up for you, remember that 6 of Swords shows up after. So you may still be in that energy coming into May with this 5 of Swords, a little bit of mental conflict back and forth. It can't even be a win at all costs mentality. So some of you, I feel like this is extra drive and motivation to learn something about your situation, or to wrap up a class or a course, or to learn as much as you can, because again, I feel like you're closer to your goal with this award card showing up. So you may even be crunched for a deadline is what I'm getting here. You may have a project or a goal or a deadline that you would really like to see wrapped up before the end of the month. Now let's dive in and clarify what this 5 of Swords is for you. The 5 of Swords can be about, again, walking away from conflict, choosing your battles, especially if you are surrounded by anyone who just pushes those buttons and then there's no resolution. Of course, relationships are like mirrors, and we can grow and learn and evolve, and it is inevitable to go through those challenges and to bypass them, but the suffering is a choice. And so I feel here you're choosing not to suffer from a situation. You're choosing to learn all that you can to help you grow and evolve. But sometimes when you're up against a challenge that you're just spinning in cycles, then there's definitely a new choice or a new path that is important for you to take. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's that coming to a standstill. Feel a little bit stuck, like you're not getting anywhere. There's no progress, or it feels like there's baby steps towards this, and it may feel a little bit frustrating at times, and you may be deciding to walk away from a situation. Now, the Knight of Pentacles here is typically someone who's very trustworthy and dependable and reliable. I feel like this is your energy, but someone around you may be too cautious. They may be lazy. They may not want to take risks. And that risk could even be paying you what you're worth, right? Because they think that, you know, if this is a boss situation, they may not want to take the risk and invest more in you, because that would be losing out more money on, you know, their own business. So I feel like someone is being quite cautious here, but someone is also not, They may be talking the talk, but not walking the walk. I feel like there's no action backed up here, and you are choosing to move on from that situation and get unstuck. For others of you, if this is your own self and you feel like you've been in a little bit of a rut, or if you haven't felt inspired, or if you haven't felt creative, there is movement here. It's important for you to know that despite the back and forth, the mental conflict, the struggles, I feel like there is movement. And this could be that slow and steady wins the race. So don't give up. However, there may be a new route or a new path that could be or become available to you to take. Now, it's not about that destination. It's about the journey. And if you're not having fun along the way, or if this isn't bringing you happiness, then you may want to pivot. Okay, I'm getting here pivot directions. Do something that brings more happiness. So let's take a look at the challenge for you in the month of May. What's the challenge? I sense here with this Five of Swords, even though that can be a challenging energy in itself, I feel like you're choosing to get out of it. So again, I keep seeing those cards of moving in a new direction. There's the Page of Cups showing up here. The challenge for you is to follow your heart, right? Chase your bliss, chase your happiness, which we just talked about here. There is a new beginning that is showing up for you. I feel, especially in the near future with this Anchor card, because you did feel stuck, or you still currently feel stuck or anchored or tethered to a situation or to a mental pattern, a thought, or even an environment, and you're just spinning your wheels, not quite sure how to get up out of it. And the challenge for you is to have that beginner's mindset. And maybe that's why we started your reading off with the future and then backtrack to the past, because some of you, it's important to go back. And I'm a huge believer on focusing on the present and the now, because that can create, but sometimes as we quantum leap and we can jump these timelines, right? Sometimes it's important to go back and focus on what you have learned and utilize through wisdom the things that you've learned to help you in the future. If something didn't work, right? That's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So if something's not working for you, it may be time to choose a new path. And there's a new path opening up here for you, a path that's more aligned with your soul's journey, with your heart's desire. So let's take a look and see what that may be for you. They're also giving me the name here, Matthews. Matthews, that could be a street, it could be a place, it could be a name, it could be a company. Please take that as it resonates, Matthews. There is the Magician. What is it that you desire, that you want? So many people that I connect with at times, they say, oh, Melissa, this isn't manifesting in the time that I would like, or there's so much chaos going on in my outer world. And I say, well, what is going on in your inner world? Are you bringing joy to the table? Are you happy? Are you grateful? And they say, well, I don't feel those things. Well, how do you expect those things in your outer world to change if you're not feeling them, or, embracing that internal energy? Because that is what alignment is. So many people look for things externally to shift the way that they feel emotionally, and that's the complete opposite. And that again is why we are backtracking, because this is inner, in a sense, inner energy, outer energy. So Spirit is saying here, take a look at what's going on within. If your outer world seems to be chaotic, take a look and see how you can shift that alignment so you can start to see those things happening in your outer world. Now we have the Magician. This is a beautiful reminder that we have personal power, that we have the tools, the resources. This Magician has all of the tools, the wands, the cups, the swords, the pentacles right there at their disposal, right? That they can utilize at any time. This is their God-given gifts that they have, that they can work with the universe to make and create these things. But also it's important to realize that your soul chooses to have certain human experiences. And yes, some of them may not be as pleasant. So I am sensing here that you've learned from an unpleasant situation, but it's okay to jump that timeline. You've already learned it. There's no sense in repeating it unless you haven't learned the lesson. Don't misuse that power. Someone around you may have misused their own power as well. You can get back into this frequency, back into this alignment, especially if it does feel like a challenge. Now, for those of you where things are flowing and you do feel like your inner world is starting to match your outer world, you're going to see big rewards in the month of May. There is a payoff here for your effort, and this is internal efforts that have manifested externally. So really powerful stuff coming in here. Now let's take a look at the foundation. Whoa, right away there, the foundation. Three of Swords. So disappointments, you felt maybe like you've had to disconnect, or you've forcefully had to disconnect. Now, some of you may be saying, Melissa, how can I create that inner peace when there's been a Three of Swords moment, or a Tower, or some sort of disappointment? It's important to acknowledge that yes, there was a situation that was less than desirable, but when we can remove ourselves from that situation, when we can detach from the outcome or detach from that energy, then we can see it for what it was, a growth opportunity, an experience for us to evolve. When we say life is happening for us, not to us, it gets us out of that victim mentality of woe me or woe is me, right? Now, I don't feel like you've done that here, Taurus. I mean, we all can go down that path at times. It's part of, again, the human experience, but you have been disappointed. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer to pick up yourself again and to get back out there. So for some of you, you may have been fired from a job. You may have been let go. For others of you, you had to walk away from a situation because it was mentally, physically, emotionally taxing on your health. For others of you, you just felt complete and utter disbelief or sadness around a situation, and it may have pulled you away from your career. There could have been a loss of a home. There could have been a foreclosure. There could have been a divorce or something within your personal life that affected your finances. Now, I feel like this is the opportunity that we were talking about, where you can go back and you can learn from this. You can learn a lot from that energy, Taurus. You have what it takes to succeed. You have the award showing up loud and clear here in the middle of your reading. So whatever you're working towards, whatever growth that you've accomplished here, I feel like the motivating factor was this Three of Swords. Pat yourself on the back. You've come a long way. Now you're able to change up that game, change your perspective, see it from a new angle, that higher view that we just talked about here. So when this Hanged Man shows up, it's about releasing control. And that's a big thing that we tend to put our energy towards when we feel out of control. We try to control it, right? It's that reverse psychology that happens. We think, well, if we can't control what's going on around us, but if we can control this one thing, and we, obsess about it, and we sometimes get filled with anxiety about it, and we can manipulate with that magician, and it feels like it's control, but really it is restriction, and it doesn't feel good. So utilize this Hanged Man, see it for what it was, and allow yourself to detach or release so you can shift that energy and create more peace in your outer world. All right, let's dive into what's going on in the past. So we're spending a little bit more time here, I see, on the past. So hopefully you take this into deep consideration when it comes to some of these new beginnings that are showing up for you, and this great achievement and accomplishment that you are heading towards. You're picking up that anchor, and you are achieving some really beautiful things for yourself. Now, in the past, there was the Hermit, a lot of soul searching, possibly even a feeling of rejection, isolation. I mean, the Hermit is one of the most wise energies in tarot, right? Because they're able to step back, detach from the situation. However, if they stay in that energy for so long and they start to overanalyze and overthink it, they can feel lonely, withdrawn, or even rejected. This is about self-knowledge, and you have that book showing up in the past. So learn from the situation. That can be the key to unlock a new beginning. And you see all the keys hanging there, and there's a door with that slot to stick that key in. You've learned. Very powerful. Let's take a look at what's coming in above you. What are you working on manifesting, Taurus? I think it's some sort of award or celebration. There it is, wish fulfillment, beautiful. And take a look, there's a treasure, there's a diamond right there, along with pearls. Pearls represent wisdom and knowledge, and followed by that diamond. How are diamonds made, Taurus? Under pressure, right? It takes a lot, but you're not breaking. You're actually creating something beautiful through the pressure, through, what it is that you've gone through the challenges and the difficulties. It's got you right to this point in your life, and the wishes that you've been setting out for yourself, they're right within reach. So I'm so happy this is showing up for you, because it's beautiful confirmation that, yes, you are on that right path. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, again, is that wish fulfillment, feeling content, feeling emotional happiness and fulfillment, success and achievement, feeling completed in a sense, like I've completed this cycle, and you feel a sense of pride, and that's a great thing. And it's not pride coming from ego, like, look at me, I did this, bow down. It is, I did this, right? I got through this challenging situation, or I've created this to help others, or I am now able to be in service with my soul's path. But you had to go through something difficult. There's the Wheel of Fortune, a big shift coming in to your finances. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. It is about not repeating that cycle. So basically everything we've been talking about here, but an extra amplifier, that good luck, fortune, and destiny and fate are intervening here to create this magic. Because remember, the universe is your ally, spirit is your ally, wants the best for you. But when we don't feel that alignment, because again, it comes from within, then we feel that chaos. And I feel that you've been wanting something for a while. You see that she's holding this time watch, and she may be watching the time, waiting for those gears. And I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the beginning of your reading, but I was seeing gears. And actually this deck has a card that has the gears in it. I'm actually going to find that for you, because I feel like you are finally, and here it is right away. I love this. This is about you, money flowing towards you after a time of maybe taking time off, because you do have the time off here with the gears. So this can be about building a team, putting plans in motion, and look at both of those energies aligning with each other. So really powerful, powerful messages coming in for you, Taurus. Now let's see what's showing up in your energy in the near future. We have that anchor showing up in the near future. And I feel, again, intuitively that you're getting yourself up out of a situation that you just felt a little bit stuck in. Let's see what this is all about for you. 10 of Pentacles. I'm loving this for you. 10 of Pentacles is the 10 of Earth here, and this is a powerful card to have in a career reading. It's about financial security, long-term goals, investments, inheritance, leaving behind a legacy that not only will support and take care of you, but possibly your family and your family's children, things of that nature that go back, but also go forward. So what you're creating today may still help someone 100 years from now. So some of you are saying, well, Melissa, that's a little bit pretentious, right? Or that's a little bit forward thinking. But I really feel for a lot of you Taurians out there, what it is that you are creating, whether it is generational wealth, whether you are putting yourself out there, and there again could be some sort of fame coming in. So maybe you are an influencer, you could be writing a book. This is something that will help people throughout time. So really powerful energy coming in here. Let's clarify the 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. Some of you may be heading towards a new beginning that is going to bring you into retirement. Oh, wow, look at this. And it may have to do with a payout. It could be an inheritance for some of you. You've been waiting for this to happen. You have the Justice here, Libran energy. This is about a payout I'm getting here. I keep hearing payout, which you have with this energy, but the Justice is about truth, equality, fairness. It's some sort of judgment showing up that's going to bring in communication. Look at that sword. That sword on the Justice is all about upward communication or incoming news. And you have the Ace of Swords, which is about communication as well. So it's a new understanding, a light bulb moment, finding solutions and an action plan to make this Nine of Cups and Ten of Pentacles into your success. This Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment, and I feel like it is the Ten of Pentacles. That is the wish, and you're seeing it showing up here for you. There's something here that's being balanced in your world. Now let's take a look and see how you are feeling. How are you doing, Taurus? What is your energy all about in the month of May? Eight of Wands, quick moving energy. This is another card of, messages, communication, travel. It is about dedication and speed as well. So again, whether you have a deadline or you are just feeling that fire reignited and it's giving you this huge burst of energy, I feel like a lot of you could even be traveling, relocating, moving, or going on a business trip, a venture. You may even be going on a personal trip, but meeting people that may be successful to your business. So Eight of Fire is how you're feeling. Like you want to move. You don't want any more delays. You don't want to feel stuck. You're ready to make waves is what I'm getting here. So I'm really liking this showing up for you in your energy. Very positive. All right, let's clarify the Eight of Wands for Taurus. Yep, you're looking no longer to the past with the Five of Cups, right? You have that energy of the Five of Swords showing up, but no longer are you looking at something you've lost. You're focusing on what you can gain from a loss that you've endured. So you can see here that this Five of Cups, yes, she is focused on the 3 flowers that fell, but she's realizing that she's holding something even better. She still has growth. There's still a lot of potential here, and she's not giving up on herself, on her dream, on her wishes, and she's trusting in her heart more as well. Page of Wands, curiosity, inquisitiveness, learning as you go, keeping that beginner's mindset, taking a class, learning something new. Pages. And you also have, I thought you had a page. Yep, you have the Page of Cups, now Page of Wands. But there is a brand new beginning. And you've been doing the soul searching and saying, how can I make this work for me? How can I build this success? And you're putting a magnifying glass on it. And by being able to do that, by being able to tend to the details and maybe even look within as well, because from the outside, her own eye is magnified, right? So it could be from, the inside looking out, outside looking in, taking a look, aligning with that energy and knowing that there's new beginnings. And you can see this beautiful parrot, and then there's a toucan. Is that how you say it? Toucan. There's these beautiful birds and these creatures. So some of you may even receive a sign from a huge abundance of birds that show up, or maybe it's one single bird and it's a very unusual one around you as well. And this can also be paying attention to your own words with parrot, because that repeats back to you, right? Your words, your affirmations, what you tell yourself, that repeats back the energy. So do pay attention to what it is that you are saying. All right. Let's dive into the environment. What's going on in the environment around you? What is happening around you? I'm definitely getting that some of you are taking a little bit of a either daycation. So you may be going someplace for the day, or you are visiting family, visiting friends. Let's take a look and see what's going on here around you. Okay, how would you like this? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so we have here the King of Earth, big boss energy. King of Pentacles here showing up in your environment. You're either getting a job offer from a boss, from someone who focuses on success and money, who's very stable, very abundant, or others of you are working your way to the top and you are changing the way that you do finances. You're bossing up, working smarter, not harder. This is a bit about you putting in the work to build your empire, right? And you're staying disciplined and not afraid of hard work. And I feel like you're revisiting this energy where a lot of you, okay, this isn't going to resonate with everyone. And as I heard that, I heard Charlie as well. Is that maybe a pet name, Charlie, or someone's nickname? But I'm getting that some of you had it all and lost it all. So you may have had this wish fulfillment at some point, and then it's like it caved or you lost it all. So whatever that wish fulfillment was, there's a new direction here. And I feel like you're going to get it all back and some, okay? Please take that as it resonates. Now, the hopes and fears, you have the 9 of Earth, 9 of Pentacles. And when this shows up as your hope, the 9 of Pentacles is someone who creates a life that they love, that they are proud of. The 9 is all about completions and service and accomplishments, right? You have that showing up here with the awards. The 9 is all about self-sufficiency and achieving goals, feeling confident, feeling proud of yourself, not relying or depending on others. The fear is, what if I have to rely and depend on others? What if I can't get back on my own 2 feet? So there's the sense of independence that may be a mental conflict that you're going back and forth with, because some of you lost all independence or lost all freedom here with the 3 of Swords. Or you just felt really stuck trying to pick up the pieces here of a situation that was quite taxing. You may have felt lonely, empty. You may have felt like you didn't follow through on a plan or on a situation because of some sort of external situation. Or for some of you, it could have been a mental health situation as well. But the fears here, I feel like you are pushing through. And again, your reputation is in the hot seat this month. And I feel like you're going to dive into the energy of hope because of what you're manifesting. You're manifesting the dreams and you're not focusing on those fears. Now, are they still there? Probably, absolutely. But you're not letting them hold you hostage or restrict you any longer. All right, very powerful. Now let's get a final outcome. What is the final outcome for Taurus in the month of May 2023? What do we have for Taurus, please, for career? Oh, I'm loving this. One of my favorites. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands energy here. Now, of course, Taurus, we have you showing up with, this King of Pentacles. This could be you, or it could certainly be someone around you. I feel like this, even if that's a boss, you are bossing up, or you're going to be put in a better position with that King of Pentacles. But also, you having this final outcome of the King of Wands is about freedom, entrepreneurship. For some of you, it is about you taking charge of your destiny. And taking charge of your destiny doesn't mean that there's never going to be a roadblock or a challenge or some sort of pain or difficulty. But remember what I said in the very beginning of your reading, that pain is inevitable, right? Disappointments are inevitable. It's part of the human experience, but suffering is a choice. And you are choosing to fulfill your destiny through all the ups and downs, right? Through all the good, the bad, the ugly, right? You're choosing to keep that frequency in alignment with your soul's journey, whatever those experiences look like. But I'm sensing that a lot of you, yes, there was something that you lost. Maybe it was your pride. Maybe it was your dignity. Maybe it felt like you've lost something physically, tangibly, right? This is about you coming back home to you, coming back into alignment and being that beautiful, wonderful leader, that influencer, that success, that adventurous, warm being that you are. You can see here that his heart chakra is illuminated and he has the sun right behind him. So you're a thought leader. I just got the word thought leader. So a lot of you, yes, your reputation is building for itself and you're manifesting some of these dreams and wishes. And yes, you may have been thinking, and that may be why you have the 5 of Swords showing up here, but you are definitely a thought leader and you're building and creating a legacy. And if you have any Aries in your chart, or if you are on that border or that Aries cusp, you may want to check out that reading as well, because there's a lot of similarities here. Now let's clarify the King of Wands showing up for you. What's this King of Wands all about for Taurus, please? Oh my gosh, King of Pentacles, back and forth, back and forth. So this is about you embracing and stepping into your power. It's about you working smarter, not harder. And some of you, you had to really take a look at your belief system around building your empire. Sometimes we're taught to believe you have to work, even as an entrepreneur, 40, 60, 80 hours. Now, I'm not saying there's no hustle in the, being an entrepreneur, but you also have that freedom to choose. How much success do I want for myself? How far do I want to go? Am I ready to crash through this glass ceiling? Now, some of you, if you still work in the corporate world, I feel like you are heading towards a very, very prosperous path or direction where you feel in alignment with the people that you work with the money that you're bringing home. There could be reciprocity, equal give and take, and you're knowing that you're climbing up and you're building that empire for yourself. So a lot of really great shifts coming in here for you. So this is exactly what I was feeling intuitively. But sometimes we have to work through or talk about the hard stuff in order for us to align that energy with the good stuff. So let's take a look and see what messages are coming in from the wisdom of the Oracle. I will read to you the prosperity message from the guidebook. And for those of you that are interested in any of the decks that are used during your reading, you can find all of that information in the description box below. I also did link the collective readings that have to do with overcoming limiting beliefs, fears, controls, all of that. I did link. If you feel compelled and you haven't already watched them, then they are there for your convenience. We have here, truth be told. This is about you getting honest with you, really taking a hard look and saying, what is it that I want? What fulfills me? What direction am I being pulled towards at this time? It's also card 14, and that is the card of temperance. So some of you you felt like you had to surrender a piece of yourself, or you felt like you had to surrender or succumb to a situation. And I do feel that things are shifting here on a very, very big energetic level. And this is about honesty. It's about accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent. It's clarity of communication, which we talked about that communication as well. So yes, you're coming out of a situation where maybe you did feel like you were in denial, or you felt like the energy needed to shift because someone around you may have even, there could have been something externally that was either projected onto you or it happened out of your control, and it left you feeling that spiral, which we all get into. No judgment here. And this is about how long you want to stay in that situation. Because again, that suffering is a choice. Now we have here, are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life you deserve? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real, honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money. And we talked about that earlier as well. About your relationship, not just to money, but to compensation and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. There's that key to abundance that we talked about here with the Hermit energy. So this is really powerful. And maybe there were others that were dishonest with you as well, because that could be the case. Even though we don't have the Seven of Swords showing up, maybe you felt like someone did you wrong. That can be a situation where you were unhappy in an area of your life. Look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth, even if you don't like what you hear. Acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future where you no longer labor under those heavy burdens of deceit. Set yourself free. Nothing less than truth is required. I feel like it's about getting honest about your path forward in order for you to, again, hit those achievements that you want for yourself. So truth be told, you're getting raw, you're getting vulnerable, you're getting honest with your path with your soul alignment, and anything that is showing up in your outer world that you do not like, Taurus. It's about you going within and getting honest and accepting your responsibility, accepting the piece that you are playing in this game of life. So I'm liking this here because this is about taking off that mask, or maybe seeing through the masks of other people as well, and trusting in your own intuition. So really powerful messages coming in here for you. All right, let's get a few from your spirit animal guides. And at this time, Taurus, I just ask, if you can, please take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And tune into that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows. And I want you, Taurus, to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, or one right beside you. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment box below, as I enter each and every one of you who do that into the free monthly reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, so you have here card 55, you have 5, you have 25. You also are starting off with a 5 here as well, and you have this 10. So a lot of you are definitely overcoming some uncertainty, some challenges, some obstacles. You may even be, again, traveling. You may have a birthday on the 5th or even the 10th. The 22nd or even the 25th, or these could be ages, numbers, life paths, personal years. So please take it as it resonates for you. Now, 55 here is snake spirit, time to heal. That's what you are entering into, right? You have this swords energy, 5 of swords, that you may be starting off the month in, or you're just still feeling the effects of a situation that was, again, less than desirable, but you're healing from it. You're shedding your old skin, so to speak, and you're moving towards a new beginning here, and you're leaving something behind. That's still that same energy that I'm feeling from the very beginning. And yes, there's healing required and necessary, but you have everything within you to co-create with the universe and move towards your wish fulfillment, your happiness. Now you have this bat spirit, card 5. A rebirth is reassured. Yes, it is, right? You felt like you had to hang around like a bat. They hang, right? You may have felt like you were hanging in limbo. You had the hangman as well, but there's definitely a rebirth showing up here, but you've had to go through a big transformation, and now you're able to move forward and get yourself out of a sticky situation. Next, you have Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion, card 22. And you have the truth be told. So some of you may have been wrapped up in an illusion of a situation, whatever that may have been, whether it was a positive illusion or a negative one. You may be getting honest with yourself and saying, is this still true for me? How can I take a step towards this? Or how can I shatter that illusion altogether? Maybe it's around money. Maybe it's that belief that you have to work super, super hard to attain wealth. And of course, I mean, there is bits and pieces of truth within that, but also things are shaken up this day and age where we don't have to feel like we are pushing and draining our energy and exhausting ourselves to live here on earth. And so sometimes because we've been in that situation, or we've been conditioned to believe that, that's what we know to be true. If that is an illusion that you tell yourself, because again, this matrix is just an illusion based on the energy frequencies we're putting out there. And that's what timeline shifts are. What timeline do you want to jump into? What is true for you in this moment? So truth transcends illusion. And lastly here, we have elephant spirit. Elephant spirit says, learn from the past. And we jumped into the past a little bit. Interestingly enough, we went from the future to the past. So there's a situation that spirit is saying and calling for you to learn, so you don't repeat that dynamic. You have that Wheel of Fortune. You've already learned a valuable lesson here. Very beautiful animals. Now, last but not least, we're going to see which crystal, gemstone, fossil, or mineral you can utilize in the month of May to help you towards your wish fulfillment, which this is just beautiful. I mean, you have the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. You've learned a lot despite the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords, despite some sort of challenge. Remember, you are the diamond, Taurus. You are the diamond. And look what card came out here. Card 17, which is the star, but it's also citrine, which citrine is an abundant attractor. It's a money maker, is what I like to say, a money maker. It helps you attract the frequencies. As long as you are aligned with that, it can co-create and be your ally to help you achieve more abundance in your world. All right. It's also card 17. That is the star energy as well. So healing through a situation, but it's about letting go of any and all negativity. It's about joyful expressiveness, exuberance, and happiness. And the prosperity message for you is this. To prosper is to thrive and flourish, and choosing to be joyful can take us out of the doldrums of our everyday tasks and into pleasure and happiness. Even if you have financial obligations to attend to today and you're not looking forward to the chore, bring a sense of fun to the table. You are building your wealth and engaging in the flow of abundance in the universal consciousness. Joyful enthusiasm can help you discover new ways to invest in expanding your wealth. The possibilities for prosperity are endless, Taurus. So let yourself be happy. Happy at the thought of what you might co-create. Now, citrine is a stone that teaches us how to create abundance by taking action from an enthusiastic, heart-based place. It helps us recognize the value in all that we have. It teaches us gratitude. It teaches us lessons of true abundance that may not just be about monetary wealth, because true abundance shows up when it's emotional fulfillment, right? When it's that Nine of Cups energy. Yes, of course, we need financial wealth to be, to support ourselves here on earth. We need those things to live in this earthly realm. But citrine is abundance in all forms, all facets. I do see financial wealth showing up here for you with the King of Pentacles, but you also have this financial, emotional, and just over enthusiastic type of service or type of energy towards what you're putting out there. And that may be why your reputation is in the hot seat, because you're doing something that is soul centered to your heart, right? Your heart is in alignment with your soul purpose here. And that is going to bring you more riches than you could have ever imagined. There's unlimited potential and prosperity to tap into. That is your birthright here. Yes, we go through those challenges, the ebbs and flows, the loss, the disappointments, the setbacks. We project forward at times. We stay stuck at times. This is the ebb and flow of life. But remember what I've said now a few different times. Pain and disappointments are inevitable, but suffering is a choice. And I feel like you're choosing to move in a new direction here, transcend through any illusions that it's time to shatter, because they're not doing you any service here. Beautiful things coming in, Taurus. I certainly hope this resonates with you. Some of you also may be winning a trip, or you may be taking some paid time off, because I'm getting here there's a payout and you're going to take advantage of that payout. So again, please take it as it resonates. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here, Taurus. If this message resonates with you, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and being part of our intuitive soul tribe. Lots of love and abundance.